You feel breadcrumbed through your day. 5 apps open, half a sentence of an email, a meeting scheduled in 12 minutes, and the dread that your brain will never feel whole again. That creeping cognitive fatigue is not laziness. It's the predictable outcome of sustained cognitive effort, context switching, and poorly timed micro breaks that look like breaks but actually keep the brain in a state of low-grade arousal. This video teaches a single compact, neuroscience-backed 90-second ritual that restores directed attention, lowers stress, and primes working memory for another stretch of deep work. The ritual is called Refresh, Respire, I-Shift, Fold, Release, Engage, Short Habit. It is built around 3 mechanisms that matter most for quick recovery: vagal activation to downregulate arousal, sensory decoupling to break task-linked attentional loops, and a brief re-anchoring microaction that converts the lowered arousal into predictable re-engagement. The aim is not to nap or to multitask more cleverly. It's to produce a short, repeatable interruption that creates a measurable cognitive reset. Why 90 seconds? Empirical studies show that physiological shifts and attentional reallocation can occur rapidly with targeted interventions, and short behavioral interventions produce better adherence. The ritual is long enough to change body state but short enough to be used many times per day without disrupting flow. Step 0. The setup you should do once. Choose a single concrete micro-habit you'll anchor to the ritual. A 12-minute timer, moving a ceramic cup to a designated reset spot, or a single-line entry in a tiny notebook labeled Reset. Keep the anchor consistent so your brain learns the contingency. The ritual itself is 6 parts, each with exact timing so you can habit stack it into meetings, pomodoros, or when a tab of attention slips. Part 1. Respire, 0-20 seconds. Immediately stop typing or scrolling. Adopt an upright but relaxed posture. Feet flat, shoulders releasing. Perform this breath sequence twice. Inhale 4, hold 2, exhale 8. As you exhale, let your shoulders drop and your jaw relax. Why? A prolonged exhale increases parasympathetic tone, reduces heart rate, and downshifts sympathetic arousal. This physiological step gives your prefrontal cortex better signal-to-noise ratio to reorganize attention. Part 2. Eye shift, 20-35 seconds. Change your visual focus entirely. Look away from screens and fix your gaze on a distant point at least 6 meters away. Or, if indoors, look out a window at the farthest object available. Hold that soft focus for 10 seconds and blink slowly. Why? Near to far focal shifts reduce accommodative strain and produce a sensory decoupling from the high-frequency visual stimuli that maintain task vigilance. The brain reads that optical change as a context switch, which helps break ongoing attentional loops. Part 3. Fold, 35 and 50 seconds. Use a small tactile action to create a sensory anchor. Fold a small square of paper or press fingertips together and roll them slowly. The action should be sensory-rich but not effortful. While doing it, count backwards silently from 7 to 1. Why? Tactile input plus simple cognitive counting creates a brief dual task that occupies ruminative cognitive circuits and encourages orienting responses to novel sensory information. This produces a prediction error and interrupts perseverative thinking. Part 4. Release, 50-65 seconds. Now intentionally let your eyes close for 5 seconds and make a soft sighing exhale. As you do, name one single physical sensation aloud or in a whisper: soft jaw, or loose shoulders, or heavy palms. This is affect labeling applied to bodily state. It converts diffuse stress into a describable element and reduces its raw emotional power. Part 5. Engage, 65-80 seconds. Re-anchor by choosing one tiny, visible next step for your work and physically prepare for it. Examples: set a 12-minute timer, place your hands on the keyboard, open the document you will work on, or move the mug to the reset spot. Say one short sentence aloud in first-person present tense: I will write the first sentence now, or 12 minutes on this slide. The micro-commitment converts the lowered arousal into a motor initiation that the basal ganglia will favor continuing. Part 6. Short habit, 80-90 plus seconds. Begin the micro-work period immediately. If you set 12 minutes, work for 12 minutes, then take either another refresh or a slightly longer break. The short habit window is critical. It prevents the ritual from becoming an excuse to procrastinate and ensures the brain links the calming ritual with productive initiation. Practical script to memorize so you can run this under stress. Step 1. Breath 4-2-8 twice. Step 2. Look far for 10 seconds. Step 3. Press fingertips and count 7-6-5-4-3-2-1 silently. Step 4. Close eyes, sigh, say soft jaw. Step 5. Announce 12 minutes. Start and physically set the timer. Step 6. Begin. Do this once deliberately in a calm context to encode the motor pattern. Why this works beyond simple relaxation. Many so-called breaks accidentally maintain high-load processing by keeping your attention on similar stimuli or substituting one cognitive loop for another. The refresh sequence combines vagal downshift, sensory novelty, and motor initiation to change the direction of the cognitive process. Breath lowers arousal. Eye shift changes the sensory context. Tactile fold creates prediction error. Labeling converts effect into a manipulable object. And micro-commitment turns the lowered arousal into instrumental momentum. Together, they produce more than the sum of parts. Evidence and signposts you can mention briefly in the video. Affect labeling reduces amygdala reactivity and improves emotion regulation. Vaguely mediated breathing patterns change heart rate variability and make cognitive control easier. Visual detachment reduces accommodative strain and reduces mind wandering. Micro-commitments dramatically increase initiation probability by lowering perceived effort. Keep citations conversational. Reference effect labeling and breath techniques without heavy academic jargon. A simple 14-day experiment to prove it to yourself. Day 1. 3. Baseline. Note your average focused minutes per work block and count of context switches per hour. Day 4. 10. Use refresh every time you feel scattered or after each 45-minute block. Record focused minutes and perceived clarity. Day 11-14. Compare averages and reflect. Most users notice clearer attention and fewer distractions within 5 sessions. Durable improvement appears with consistent daily use. Common objections and troubleshooting. I only have 20 seconds between meetings. Abbreviate to breath plus eye shift only and set a 6-minute micro block. I feel silly speaking aloud. Whisper or subvocalize. The multi-sensory benefit is still present. The ritual interrupts flow. Use it only when you feel tension rising or at natural breaks. It is not for creative flow interruption. I forget to do it. Attach the ritual to an existing cue like closing a tab, finishing an email, or a calendar chime. Advanced tweaks for different contexts. For heavy physical work, use a dynamic movement for fold, 2 shoulder rolls, and a wrist shake. For managers with back-to-back meetings, run refresh between calls and encourage your team by modeling a 30-second visible stretch. For creatives, pair refresh with a visual prompt change. Swap your screen background or play one short ambient tone. Visual ideas for the video. Open on split screen. One side has jittery micro moves, multiple tabs, and a person rubbing their temples. The other shows a calm single timer setup. Animate a 90-second countdown with simple icons for each refresh step. Breath icon, horizon line for eye shift, hands for fold, sigh wave for release, small timer for engage. Use a single accent color to mark the micro-commitment moment so viewers see the conversion from calm to action. Measuring effect and tracking progress. Use a simple scorecard. After each refresh, assign a clarity rating 1-5 and log how many uninterrupted focused minutes you got in the following block. After 7 days, calculate the average clarity and focused minutes. Most people see a 20-50% increase in perceived clarity and a similar improvement in uninterrupted minutes. Long-term habit advice. Make refresh a default. Anchor it to a daily 90-second reset at midday and another at the end of the workday to consolidate gains. Over weeks, the ritual becomes a conditioned response that your brain initiates automatically when stress rises, reducing the frequency and duration of unproductive microfragmentation. Closing frame and challenge. The point is not to be perfectly serene. It is to give your brain a reliable, fast way to shift from scattered to deliberate. For the next 7 days, at least 3 times per day, run refresh and log your clarity score and minutes of focused work after each run. Post one short example in the comments. What you were doing, the micro step you chose, and how long until you felt clear. If you want a printable 90-second cheat sheet with the exact words and timings, like the video and subscribe. I will pin it in the first comment. Now try it once. Breathe 4-8 twice. Look far. Press fingertips while counting from 7 to 1. Close your eyes and sigh while naming a sensation. Set a 12-minute timer and start. That single 90-second reset will often change the trajectory of the next hour more than another hour of shallow multitasking.